Egyptian President El-Sisi has affirmed that French President Emmanuel Macron's visit to Cairo represents a significant milestone in the fruitful bilateral cooperation between the two countries. During a joint press conference, President El-Sisi highlighted the historical relations between Egypt and France, stressing on the need to advance cooperation across various sectors. They also agreed on implementing the partnership and reaffirmed Egypt's role as a stabilizing force in the Middle East and the Mediterranean. El-Sisi emphasized the importance of resolving the Palestinian cause for regional stability and discussed the situation in Syria and Lebanon, as well as the importance of supporting Lebanon's new president and government. French President Emmanuel Macron has affirmed Egypt's position as a historic and strategic partner, stressing France's strong commitment to deepening cooperation with Cairo. Speaking at a joint press conference with President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi during his official visit, Macron praised Egypt's role in promoting regional peace and stability. He highlighted the two countries' shared vision on Gaza, voicing support for a ceasefire and the resumption of negotiations. Macron also addressed the importance of backing Lebanon, Syria and Sudan, while reaffirming France's support for Egypt's Vision 2030 development goals. Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi and French President Emmanuel Macron have visited and witnessed the signing of several agreements and memorandums of understanding. Among them was a health memorandum aimed at supporting the treatment of Palestinians displaced from Gaza since the outbreak of the war on October 7th of 2023. Additionally, the leaders observed the signing of 10 institutional agreements and 12 economic agreements, covering sectors like health, transport, water, and renewable energy as part of a business forum. Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi and French President Emmanuel Macron have welcomed Jordan's King Abdullah II at the Ittihadiyya Palace in Cairo to discuss regional developments. A trilateral summit is scheduled for later in the day, involving El-Sisi, Macron, and King Abdullah II, focusing on the situation in Gaza and the West Bank. The summit aims to address immediate ceasefire efforts, humanitarian aid delivery to Gaza, and regional stability. The Jordanian Royal Court has announced that the Egyptian President, King of Jordan, and the French President held a trilateral summit in Cairo to discuss the Gaza crisis. The leaders urged the international community to push for an end to Israel's war on Gaza and the restoration of a ceasefire agreement. They emphasized the urgent need for humanitarian aid to ease the escalating crisis and stressed on the importance of a political solution for establishing an independent Palestinian state with East Jerusalem as its capital, aiming for lasting regional peace. French President Emmanuel Macron has expressed his gratitude to President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi and the Egyptian people for their warm welcome. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi and French President Emmanuel Macron visited Cairo's historic Khan el-Khalili and El-Hussein districts. Macron's choice of Khan el-Khalili for the visit also emphasized France's distinguished partnership with Egypt, extending beyond formal diplomacy to include humanitarian and cultural ties. Footage captured the two leaders touring the districts and the Grand Egyptian Museum, set to open later this year, further showcasing Egypt's rich cultural heritage.